Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy BallerVC. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, in today's video, man, we got a banger for y'all today. In today's video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know going to Chapter 1, Season 1. For y'all that's been living underneath the rock, Chapter 1, Season 1, OG Fortnite is coming back on December 6th. And for each month, it's going to rotate for all the Chapter 1 seasons. So we're starting off, of course, with Season 1 on December 6th. And then next month, Chapter 1 and Season 2, and so on and so forth. But in this one, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about Chapter 1 Season 1 to get you guys prepared to play Chapter 1 Season 1 if you guys haven't played it, with weapons, with the POIs, with everything in it, because it was different back then. And I want to break it down in today's video for you guys, what you need to do just to get yourself prepared and learn everything. But without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Alright, first, we're going to start off with the weapons. So weapons back in Chapter 1, Season 1 were just plain and simple. Everything, again, was plain and simple back then. It was the first season that ever came out for Fortnite. And there wasn't like crazy ass weapons, but we just had simple weapons. So, for shotguns, for the tacks, we had a green tack, blue tack, and there was a purple tack. There was no legendary tack or nothing like that. It was the purple tack. And then for ARs, we had the regular ARs, which is the M16s, were gray, green, blue. And then we had scars, which was purple and gold, legendary. And again, finding scars back then were hard to find. Scars were legit just if you hit basically the lottery on them. If you found a scar, you were winning that game. Hands down, you were winning that game, because back then no one was really building. So if you found a scar, you were beaming everyone. And the next AR set is the burst, the original burst ARs, which were just gray, green, and blue. So those ARs back then, they weren't the greatest, to be honest. No one really used them. If you did, it's because you had nothing else left. But back then, they weren't the greatest. And then we had our pumps, were just, at that time, were just gray and green. I believe they were blue, I think, but I tried looking it up. I don't remember if I ever saw a blue pump. I don't think there was, so I think they were just gray and green. If someone in the comment section wants to correct me if I'm wrong, I do appreciate it, but during that time, I think they were just gray and green pumps back then. And then for heals, there was no minis. All we had was big pots, med kits, and bandages. That's all you had for heals. There was no minis, no chug jug, no nothing. So that's what we had for weapons. And then the big weapon was the Zapatron. The Zapatron was only in for like 4 days. So, and it was a rare weapon to find. I think you could only get them in supply crates, and that was it. And there's one viral clip, which I'm showing you right now, that someone used it, and it was OP. It was. And it was only in the game for 4 days because no one really was using it. So the Zapatron could make its return back in OG, Chapter 1, Season 1, when that comes out. Also for weapons, we had the spike traps, and those were annoying back then. If you know how to set them up, they were annoying. And then you had RPGs, you had the revolvers, which was fun to use back then. You had the grenade launchers, you had regular pistols, you had your bolt action snipers and your semi snipers, and then you had the submachine gun, the little submachine gun. And people loved them. I loved that submachine gun. I was so upset when they took it out of the game. I was low-key upset because I loved that submachine gun. And I hope it will make its return for OG. So that'll be fun to use again. And then later down the road, weapons like the Zapatron and the tactical submachine gun did come out. So they were starting to add some new things. So again, the Zapatron was only in for 4 days. And again, no one was really using it back then. So that's why it only was in there for 4 days, but it was fun to use. Then eventually our next item that got updated in Season 1 of Chapter 1 was the Slurp Juice. The Slurp Juice was such a great addition to the game. Nothing really much to say about it, but it was awesome. And then they added the launch pad. The launch pad was such a great item in the game back then. The fact that you can build up to a sky base or just put it anywhere. You put a launch pad down and you rotate to the next zone or whatever you have to go. The launch pad was such a great addition to Fortnite, and I still wish it wasn't just like an item that you put in your slot, like that takes up a weapon slot. They should bring it back how it was, and it was fun to use. Now, we talked about weapons, heals and stuff like that, but now we're going to talk about the map itself. So the map itself, there was no tilted towers. let's talk about that. It was just mountains, okay? There was no tilted. All you could do is go through the mountain area. I remember clearly there was like a little farm, not a farm, excuse me, like a little barn or just a shack. I think it was just a shack building. It was a broken down shack building, and it was right like near Tilted, where Tilted would be. That was like the only place that was like building wise, like any buildings nearby those mountains. Next we're gonna definitely talk about is Moisty Mire. Moisty Mire was such a great POI. That was where I got my first win too, was at Moisty Mire. If I can find the clip, I'm gonna put it here. But yeah, that was my very first win in Fortnite. It was the freaking Moisty Mire POI, and it was annoying because when you walk through the mud and everything, your character was walking slow, of course. But like, I don't know, I loved Moisty. That's where everyone started, you know, doing the sky bases. Mainly was from Moisty because you could just farm the trees to get to 999. Which remind you, back then you weren't capped at builds at 500 cap. You were capped at 999 for everything. So that's where everyone started their sky base, was from Moisty Mire. And then close to Moisty Mire, you had the goated prison POI. The prison is where everyone fought at, everyone met up at. It was a great area to go to. It wasn't even listed. Like, it didn't say the prison. There was no like name for that place. It was just a prison area, but everyone just called it the prison. And I love that spot. Great memories fighting people there. Just if you're rotating from Moisty or even from Fatal, you go over there. It was just a cool area to go visit. And then of course near Lonely Lodge, you had the racetrack, and the racetrack was fun because there's little, you know, tires you could bounce onto, little like posts, and you could snipe people from those posts. There was a house over there. It was just a cool little area to go visit. There was no vehicles back then to start off with anything, so you're always on foot besides launch pads. But to be honest, Chapter 1 Season 1 was just simple. There's not really much to it besides, again, just the weapons I showed you guys and certain POIs and areas of the map. Again, there was no tilted. It was just all mountains. That's what it was. Which is, it's going to be very interesting how they're going to do this with Zero Build, because Zero Build, I feel like on this map is going to be tough, especially with the mountains to try to get up to. So it's going to be interesting how they do this, but I can't wait to play this again, be able to revisit this map from start to the start of this map to the end, you know, just to revisit this whole thing. So I'm very, very excited for this to start up on December 6th. Each season, so this is what I'm going to do for each video for each season. I'm going to do this. So like when Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 2 is about to come out, I'm going to go over what you need to learn about Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 2 map and so on and so forth. I'll do that for every OG season. But if you guys find this video enjoyable and very helpful in a way, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and turn those notifications on for more Fortnite content. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I live stream over there. The link is in the description box below, plus my other social media platforms. Again, leave your feedback in the comment section below what you guys think about this. And if I missed anything, please let me know, of course. Thank you all for so much for watching. I appreciate all. You guys have been showing so much love and support in these last couple videos. It's insane. Shout out to the new subscribers. We're on the grind, man. We're going to keep this going. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.